So just how do you destroy a narcissistic person? Now, from the things that they've done to you, it's rightfully going to cause feelings such as frustration, anger, and resentment. Perfectly normal, valid feelings when you have been deceived by somebody who doesn't care about you. So when it's somebody who you was led to believe cared about you and wanted you, did such of the most cruelest and hurtful things towards you, is naturally going to cause those feelings of anger and resentment within you. And that can naturally cause a strong desire to destroy them, to get them back, to seek revenge on them. When actually what those feelings are telling you is you are looking for the goal of gaining understanding and clarity and healing and growth. However, in order to heal and grow and separate from a narcissistic person, you need to understand their behaviour. It's crucial to comprehend the traits and the motives behind a narcissistic person's behaviour. So one of the first ways to destroy a narcissist is to educate yourself on their behaviour so you no longer fall prey to their behaviour. And then it's a case of creating those boundaries. Now, when it comes to a narcissistic person, they have no respect for your boundaries whatsoever. No doesn't seem to compute within their mind. They just see it as a challenge, game on, to get one over on you. So when it comes to creating boundaries around a narcissistic person, it needs to be emotional, psychological, and physical distance so that they can no longer get under your skin. They can no longer frustrate you. They can no longer bait you into reacting to them. And then it needs to be no longer feeding their ego. Refuse to provide that substance for them. No longer give them any praise. Don't give them any thanks. Don't give them any emotional reaction. Don't question them about anything. Find the answers for yourself. Avoid all forms of communication with them. Act like they don't exist. You need that indifference. Don't share your thoughts, your feelings, or your opinions with them. Learn to get the understanding and the closure for yourself, because a narcissist is never going to give you those things. They're just going to thrive off the attention that they are getting from you. Whether they know you're right or not, they do not care. They just want to watch you going crazy trying to prove yourself to them, because it feeds their ego. They feel like they matter to you. They feel important to you. So they endeavour to gain some form of reaction from you. They prefer positive reactions. However, they don't want to feel invisible. So they'll go all out to gain those negative reactions just to get that attention from you. Live well. Narcissistic people are some of the most envious people you could ever meet. They are never satisfied. Nothing's ever good enough. They're always looking for more. Now, we're all looking for self-improvement. However, with a narcissist, that envy towards other people strikes them to the core. Now, with some, you do not want them to know that you're living well, because they will come back to hoover you, to join you for the ride, or to destroy it for you. The only way a narcissist can be aware that you're living well is if they fear that you could expose them in some way. If they fear that you could expose them, they're going to leave you well alone. No contact. Cut off all forms of supply. Sever their ability to wreak havoc on your life. No contact isn't always easy and often goes against who we are as a person and our values and our beliefs, and narcissistic people have a great way at deceiving you into going back to them, into helping them. They know exactly what buttons to push to guilt you so that they can control you. However, no contact is to protect yourself from them so that you can go and live your best life and they can no longer destroy it for you. Be incredibly boring and dull so that they lose all interest in you. You don't have to become an incredibly boring and dull person, just the perception that the narcissist has of you So they lose interest in you. Any actual attempts to destroy a narcissistic person is a futile endeavour. Their traits run deeply, they're ingrained in them, it's their personality, it's their characteristics. So more often than not, things just don't go through with a narcissist. They are going to rewrite it that you were the problem, that you were the toxic one. They're going to think within their own head that you've fallen silent on them because you want them back, because you couldn't control them. Because a narcissistic person will fall silent on you when they can't control you, expecting you to go and chase them. So they will rewrite it in their mind as to how, if you're doing well, it was thanks to them. They will always make it to fit their narrative, to protect their ego. And while we can't obliterate a narcissistic person, we can empower ourselves to step away from them and move forward onto a much happier and healthier life for us. Boundaries, not feeding their ego, living well, does hurt a narcissist, and many will go all out to either destroy that for you or to leave you alone and move on to, unfortunately, move on to somebody new.